So today I want to talk to you guys about Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. Now Battlefield 4 has been out for 3 months now, so it's definitely not a brand new shooter. It's a game we've all got used to now, and I think when a brand new game comes out, especially in a series you enjoy like Battlefield, you can sometimes be a little bit blinded by the excitement of playing a brand new game. So I think it takes a little bit of time to settle in, get used to the game before you can make some real serious judgments and real opinions. Now recently I went back to playing Battlefield 3 and I must admit I really did enjoy it. It was a great change of pace from Battlefield 4, especially getting to play my all-time favourite map, Grand Bazaar. Now this was the first time I've played this game since the release of Battlefield 4, so it gave me a great perspective on the game. I sometimes think if you just play one game for a long time, you can become very narrow-minded, so playing Battlefield 3 again gave me a great perspective on Battlefield 4, and as I said, it's been out long enough now to make a serious judgment and make some real opinions about the game. So today I wanted to compare both of these games together because I really enjoy both of these games, probably on an equal level. I do love Battlefield 3 and I do love Battlefield 4, but both do suffer from some serious issues here and there. So today I wanted to go through some different aspects of these games and talk about which I prefer for certain reasons. Now one of the first things I immediately enjoyed about this game again was the maps. For me personally, Seine Crossing and Grand Bazaar are the two best maps on Battlefield 3 and probably one of my favourite maps in the Battlefield series, and we just don't see maps like that in Battlefield 4. Now the best thing about these maps is how they work for infantry and vehicles. When I play Conquest on these maps, I hardly ever have the vehicles turned off, and that's because I think infantry and vehicles get along really well in this game. Now, as you all know, I'm heavily an infantry player. I hardly ever get involved with vehicles, and one of the most annoying things in Conquest is if you constantly get killed by vehicles, and this is something I always see happen in Battlefield 4. To the point, I only play infantry maps now, or servers only with infantry players, because getting killed by vehicles is very frustrating. But on Battlefield 3 it just doesn't seem to be an issue because of the way the maps are designed. Take Grand Bazaar for example. This map has open spaces by the square and the market for vehicles to have their combat, but it also has the alleyway where only infantry players can go, and it allows infantry players to circulate in that area and have combat as well. Great level design allowing vehicles and infantry players to play together. Now as I said, that's something I don't think we see successfully in Battlefield 4. So as you can probably guess, I was pretty disappointed when we didn't see Seine Crossing and Grand Bazaar make a return with Second Assault. And I'm still confused as to 1, why Gulf of Oman got returned, because A, it's not a Battlefield 3 map, and B, we've had it returned before. I don't know how many times DICE are planning on bringing back this map, but we've paid for it once, we've paid for it twice, we've now paid for this map a third time. DICE, please stop bringing back Gulf of Oman. And 2, I don't know who told these guys Operation Firestorm was a popular map, because there were definitely more popular maps in this, including Grand Bazaar and Seine Crossing. Now as soon as I jumped on Battlefield 3, there was one weapon I wanted to try out, and that was of course the M16A3. And after playing Battlefield 4 for 3 months now, it's very easy to see they've come a long way with the weapon balance in that game. Battlefield 3 really did suffer with some serious weapon balance issues, especially surrounding the assault class and in particular the M16A3. This gun really just doesn't seem to have any disadvantages at all. Very accurate, high rate of fire, quick reload, so it does seem like they've come a long way with Battlefield 4 with weapon balance. We no longer see any particular god guns, and we do see a nice balance throughout all the classes and all the weapons. Now of course, this isn't to say it's perfect. There are still some little issues that could be fixed here and there. Some people may argue the Ace 23 needs turning down a little bit, but it's definitely a more balanced and rounded off game when it comes to weapons than Battlefield 3 was. Now when I first started playing the Battlefield series, there was one game mode that really drew me in: Rush on Bad Company 2. Then we saw the release of Battlefield 3 and it was still good, not quite as good as the likes of Arica Harbour on Bad Company 2, but it was still a good game mode. We did see some issues with it on maps like Grand Bazaar. You would find yourself spawn blocked at the start more times than not, and it should have been an issue that was fixed. But then with the release of Battlefield 4, it seems that Rush has died a pretty painful death. On all the maps we've seen so far, Rush practically doesn't work, which is a massive shame bearing in mind that Rush is a game mode invented by DICE that we don't see in other games. So since Bad Company 2, it slowly does seem like Rush has died out a little bit, and it was definitely a better game mode in Battlefield 3. But I do still think with time to come it could be repaired for Battlefield 4 and become a popular game mode again. Now when it comes to the gunplay, I always think Battlefield 3 wins hands down. There's something about Battlefield 4 that I can't quite put my finger on, but since the beta I've always thought you died a little bit too quickly. Now of course, putting the one-shot kill bug to one side, even with that repaired, I still think it feels like playing a hardcore game mode on Battlefield 4. On BF3, you get shot at, you get a chance to react, turn around, fight back, take evasive maneuvers. On Battlefield 4, you get shot at and then you're dead pretty much instantly. So I always find BF3 a little bit more exciting when it comes to the gun battles. And on top of that, with the kill cams, I also prefer Battlefield 3. Now the reason for this is you get a chance to check out those graphics a bit more. I found it quite upsetting that Battlefield 4 ramped up the graphics with this new engine, and then you show you the kill cams and all you see is this bright red figure. Now, of course, that works a little bit better when it comes to tactics. You can see where the enemy player is a little bit easier, you can work out where he is, but it just doesn't look as cool as the kill cam from Battlefield 3. But that said, in Battlefield 4's favour, at least you don't have to sit through the kill cam when you're dead. One of the most frustrating things about Battlefield 3 was once you were killed, you were forced to watch the kill cam. You couldn't go to the menu, change your weapons, quit the game. The game forced you to watch your killer, which I found quite frustrating at times. If you wanted to leave the game or change your class, change your settings, you couldn't do that during the kill cam. So that's definitely an improvement we've seen in Battlefield 4. So there are all the comparisons I'm going to make today. I will be making a second episode, round 2 of Battlefield 3 versus Battlefield 4. So in the comments below, I want to hear from you guys. Which aspects of Battlefield 3 did you prefer? And which aspects of Battlefield 4 do you prefer? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit like. It does help me out a lot. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.